Hey everybody, it's SirCrochetsATon. So today, or tonight for me technically, I will be crocheting on this Christmas blanket because I really need to get it done. And I'll be chatting with you guys along the way. But first, I wanted to show off a granny square I made. I think it's really cool, and I forgot what book I got it out of. It's out of one of my granny square books, and if I remember, I will show you guys in the next video. But let's see, what are all these colorways? This one on the outside is Erin, Red Heart Super Saver. All I know is this color right here is Loops and Threads Soft Classic. I'm just not quite sure what colorway. This green right here is also Loops and Threads Soft Classic, and I believe it's in leaf green. This raspberry color is Red Heart Super Saver. I think it's in the colorway Light Raspberry, but I'm not 100% on that, so don't quote me on that. And then pretty sure this is Loops and Threads Soft Classic as well, these petals. I don't know the colorway either. But what I do know is that this right here is Premier Basics Worsted in Lemon. Yeah. And pardon the micro fringe, I haven't sewn in my ends yet. Here's the granny square close up. Perfect. And now I'm going to start crocheting on the blanket. I'm going to have to assume the position and get ready. Yeah. Today I worked 7 hours from 11 to 6. And boy, am I tired. It was only me and 2 other people on shift. So, yeah. I really am not liking this glare I have. But wait. From what I can see, if I scoot back, it's fine. Let me know in the comments if what I'm saying is true for you. That is really close. I set the yarns like right over here. And I'm also going to set it up in order. In like the order the colors I'm using are in. So I can automatically just grab the color and start crocheting. I have 1 more skein of each color, like full unused skeins in the bag that I'm using to prop up the camera or my phone. And I'm hoping this yarn will last through this video, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Now, okay. So I keep my crochet hooks and scissors and stuff. I'm gonna try to hope this doesn't make a lot of noise. In this Incredibles tin, I'm in the process of looking for a good pouch to put things in because I want to keep all my crochet hooks together. As you can see, I'm going to hold it right here. This is everything I have. It has a variety of hooks, darning needles. Oh, and there's also DPNs in there because I knit as well. And for this project, I'm not sure if I've already mentioned, but I'm using a 6mm US letter J prim hook. And these scissors, like normally there's a cap and it looks like a pen, but if I push up, scissors. Is there anything else I need out of this? I don't think so. Now I'm going to close it up and assume the position to start crocheting. Okay, I'm gonna put the scissors there. And as I got distracted for a second. So as I turn this blanket, you will see ends that I haven't sewn in yet. I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to do that because I can go either way with weaving in ends, meaning yes, I like doing it, but at the same time I don't, because it also depends on how many ends I have. I'll even show you what I'm talking about. Like, see on this side right here, there's a bunch of ends. From every single round I color change. Just wow. Let's see, which side have I? And this is on both sides of the blanket, because I color change on both sides every other round. And right now I'm on white, and I'm doing, I don't remember what I called this round. It has a lot of different types of V-stitches, which is so cool. I love V-stitches. And I don't know if I've already mentioned this. This is the Rhythm of Resilience pattern, blanket, whatever you want to call it, blanket pattern by Juan the Yarn Addict. It's amazing. The Rhythm of Resilience is such a good pattern, and I love it so much. The only one thing that I commonly struggle with square blankets that are getting bigger is how long each round takes and how much yarn it eats up. So I've been off and on switching between this project and designing my own patterns, because I am getting into that, and I have reached out to a couple content creators I really like watching, and I asked them for their advice, and yeah. Okay, time to start crocheting, because all I'm doing is yapping. That was meant to be a joke, by the way. Some people can't tell when I'm joking or being serious. And if you see any like chocolate or anything on my hands, it's because, you know, I work in an ice cream related fast food restaurant. I love my job. Okay, now what I need to do is find where I left off. And one more thing before I start crocheting. I just lost my train of thought. Hold on. Okay. I recently measured this blanket, and the last time I measured it, it was 3 feet by 3 feet, also known as 36 inches by 36 inches. My goal is to get it over 50 inches. I know, big goal. I might also do 5 feet by 5 feet, which is 60 inches by 60 inches. I've never done a blanket that big before. Like, usually the width of my blankets are about 30 inches, and then the height is like whatever I want. But I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, and I'm doing a square blanket. And also, I chose this pattern because I feel like it suits my color palette the way I wanted it to. Okay, enough yapping. I'm going to start crocheting. Now I just got to find where I left off. And once I finish this blanket, I will make another video in between the other videos I have planned. And then like to show it, and then I'll do another video of me sewing in all my ends, so you have someone to sew in ends with in case you don't like sewing in ends, because I'm one of them. Kind of. 50%. All right. Looks like I finished the first side. And I see ginormous blanket. I'm going to hold up both sides and see if I'm at least halfway. I think I'll be halfway as of this cluster right here. Okay. And we're off. It's cute. Let's start crocheting. I'm always curious to know what you guys are working on, and if you guys do design patterns or have in the past and have any advice for me, I would appreciate that, because I am I'm embarking on my pattern designing journey, and if I ever have any patterns that I want tested, I will of course reach out to you guys, my Instagram followers, TikTok, etc. first, before I reach out to any other people. So yeah. I'm going to start simple. Like, this is me thinking out loud. I want to start simple, but I'm not going to do like a one stitch project. I want to do multiple. And I just got to figure out stitch counts and a bunch of other things. Like I said, and as you can probably tell, I am completely new to pattern writing and designing. It's something I've always wanted to do, but I could never figure out. Because in the past, I've tried designing stitch sampler blankets and scarves and what have you. It didn't quite work out because I couldn't figure out like stitch multiples, foundation chain numbers. Like, yeah, I have a bunch of questions, and if any of you guys out there could answer them for me, that would be greatly appreciated. I'm doing this at a new angle, and as you can see, like right there, I think, you can see some of my yarn containers, and maybe, if you guys would like to see that, I could make a video of organizing my yarn, so you guys can see my process. I also, I'm like, filling a box with, yarn that I'm no longer interested in working with or using, or it's yarn that was gifted to me that I have no interest like in using it. I'm not saying that some of the yarn I've been gifted in the past is bad or whatever you want to call it. I think of it as yarn that someone else might like or want. So if you guys ever want some yarn, I'd be happy to send some your way. And I would drop my email for this, for any questions you guys might have into the comment section. And yeah, if you ever want to drop some comment, I can't speak. If you want to drop some questions in the comments or with the email address I'm going to put in the comments, you can feel free to send it my way. As you guys can probably tell, I am fried. And I wanted to make a video for you guys because I need time to unwind. It's only been like, how long has it been? Maybe 2 hours since I got off work. It's 8 p.m. Pacific for me right now, as of the time and day I'm recording this. And yeah, I just realized I'm doing something that some creators do, which is when they are trying to make a point or they're trying to, I don't know, they're talking about a topic that interests them, they stop crocheting. That's what I realized I just did, or have been doing. I've been talking about something important to me, and I just stopped crocheting for who knows what reason. Maybe it's because I'm talking about topics that make me happy or what have you. I'm gonna see how many rounds I can get done. I've been doing some thinking, and I would like to try to make more videos for you guys because I want to grow my channel and connect with more people so I can build my own little yarning community like everyone else has. Let me know if that's a good idea or not. I'm willing to make videos every day of the week if I need to. I might not have time every day, literally, but I'm willing to put an extra effort into the channel to make it my secondary job. And once I reach a certain threshold, I think it's 1,000 subscribers, I can get monetized if I'm old enough. And I would use that as secondary income. Another thing I will be doing either February 2026 or later, I will be opening an Etsy shop, and I will be making items to put in there. So maybe in current / future videos, I will be making certain items, and maybe you'll see them in the shop when I decide to open it, or when I can open it. Yeah. Or more like when I have the time, because I work 3 days a week, and each shift is like 6+ hours, and I'm always so dog dead tired after. And yeah, I notice I say "and yeah" a lot. However, I'm trying to stop that, because I understand from feedback I've gotten from other people in my personal life that that's annoying. I don't know if it is for you guys, but I want to make sure everyone is happy when watching my videos. I want to make sure it's not annoying, cringe, or what have you. And if I can figure out how to design / write a pattern, I will 100% do tutorials, or a tutorial for each pattern I make. I want to make them free, and I will figure out how to find the software to flip it, so my left-handed crocheter people, subscribers, I don't know if any of you guys are left-handed, so people who are left-handed can view the video, the pattern, the tutorial, that's what I meant to say, the tutorial, and be able to make it themselves. You can find me pretty much everywhere online. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook. Facebook, TikTok. Yeah. I am also a Premier Yarns Alliance member. I'm going to have to renew or become one again, because I'm not sure if anyone has used my link that I have put out. But I will say, if you guys can use my link, that would be greatly appreciated, because it will go towards postage if I decide to do any giveaways, which is something I want to do, or for my future Etsy shop. And yeah, and it could go towards shipping or postage, yarn for projects. I'm going to do make to order, I think. Like, once I get an order, I make it. I know I'm dumbing it down. I make the order with the whatever they want, whatever any customer might want, and then I can ship it. I've also thought about making lots of items in bulk, so then I can have a certain quantity up in the shop, so I can then not have to worry about having to be constantly making the same thing over and over. Like, maybe I start by making, for example, I'm not saying this is going to happen, 10 scarves and hats or whatever. I don't know. For a second, the number 50 popped in my head for, like, making things in bulk. That just means, I don't know why I stopped there. That just means there's going to be a lot of yarn being purchased. And in other news, and yes, I'm switching the topic, my Premier Yarns order has shipped. It's supposed to be here in 2 days, also known as the day after tomorrow. And then my Yarnspirations order is supposed to be here on Tuesday. For some reason, my FedEx tracking numbers are not updating. Like, one of them updated yesterday, and the other one hasn't updated since the 19th of this month. I'm not sure if I should find that concerning or not. And the one that hasn't updated is the one from Premier Yarns, and I ordered some yarn that I'm really excited about. I got in on that giant sale they had, and I ordered 3 skeins of, I think, 5 colorways, and each of them is $5, so 15 skeins times $5, I believe that's $75. So I spent the bare minimum to get free shipping, because I will take advantage of free shipping whenever I can, and especially when there's a sale. Makes me want to stock up on yarn. And these 2 yarn hauls will be recorded, so I will record myself opening the box, and I will show you guys each of the yarns and items I bought in detail and stuff like that, because I love doing yarn hauls. I want to do it more. I really do. Yeah. And I say yeah a lot. I just realized. It's just in my vocabulary. It's like something I say like every day. I just say it a lot. Okay. I'm hoping I can finish this round at least in this video, because I really want to make progress on this blanket. Because this is for the couch at home. It's for the house, as one would say. And it'll be draped over the back of the couch. And it'll be available for people to lay under or have on their lap if they would like. I don't really have many other whips right now. This is the main one right here. It is ginormous though, and it can be quite challenging to turn when I need to switch to another side or start a new round. I'm honestly not sure how many rounds I've even done. I can count, but not right now though. If I feel up to it later, I will. And I'll put it in the post tab, how many rounds I've done on this blanket. I am going to see how long I would like to make this video. I'm trying to figure that out right now on the fly. I'm going to do as long as I can, honestly, because I miss you guys, and I would love to provide a long video for you guys to crochet along to with what have you. This is random, but I, as someone who works in the customer service field, or I work in the fast food industry, it has made me understand more. Like, I have more understanding for example, other restaurants and chains that have, gotta keep crocheting, that have like wait times and stuff like that. If they get the orders wrong or whatever, I completely understand, because I, have accidentally handed out wrong items or put the wrong things in the wrong place. Like, I completely get it. I have also discovered that I like cooking. At where I work, we have a grill, we have an ice cream section or department. It's not a big store. And yeah, I just really like cooking. And I'm going to do it more at home as well, because I think it's really fun. And I've learned how to chop up vegetables like onion, tomato for salads, because where I work we have little salads along with our burgers and stuff like that. Man, this is fun. I'm trying to think which round is my favorite. That, I don't know yet. And I've been working on this blanket for approximately 12 days. I know, and I've only gotten to 3 feet. I probably could have gotten bigger by now, but I've been taking breaks in between because my wrist is getting sore, etc., etc. For when I do start designing patterns, what did I do? What did I do? I'm having a brain fart. I love those, and I'm not being serious. I'm being sarcastic. Oh yeah, when I start designing patterns, I will be using a Stitch Dictionary book I got off Amazon. It's like a popular one by Sarah something. I don't know what her last name is. I think it starts with an H. Let's just say that it's a crochet dictionary by Sarah H. There is a variety of stitches in that book, and I need to find that book, and I need to start making a list of all the stitches I would like to pull from that book, and then I'll add my own twist to it, like my own little flair or whatever. I'll add my own 2 cents to it to make it more fun. And then I will be using like a solid color yarn to crochet up what I was wanting to try to design. And then eventually I'll make a final product. And all of the patterns I will be designing for right now will be stitch samplers. And part of the reason why I want to do that or make patterns like that is because I don't see many stitch sampler like projects or patterns that I find interesting or that I like or would want to make. And I want to make my own patterns that I find interesting and fun. And yes, I know that not all people would like stitch samplers, or maybe they don't like the stitches I might put in. One of the stitches I'm considering putting into one of these projects is the arcade stitch. You guys can look it up. Or if you have a similar book, and if it has it, you'll get what it looks like and how to do it and stuff like that. I might also do a tutorial for certain stitches that I do work up, and I'll add my own little how I do it for the stitch. And I will also make sure to make a PDF or like a written pattern for any pattern I design as well. And I will put it on my Ravelry for free. Because I don't see the need to make my patterns paid for, since I want to make them free for everyone. Maybe down the line, if I make a really complex pattern, then I will maybe sell it for like $2 or something or more. And obviously the price I just said isn't definitive, and it might not even be what I decide to use or do. Okay, what did I just do? Oh, I know what I did. I feel very productive right now. I'm like talking about my future goals, and I'm, vibing right now. I'm really happy. The yarn's tangled around the blanket. Hold on. This happens a lot. Okay. I don't know when, but I heard that's at the restaurant Sherry's, which is a restaurant that I might be in Washington, but I know for sure it was in Oregon, and I think they shut down all their restaurants. And I just learned that recently, and I'm super sad about it because I love their food. I know, random, right? I believe this is the last side of this round. If I can get this blanket in order. Yep, this is the last side of this row. See, it covers me. I think that's so cool. And I think this is the opposite side to where I woven in ends. Actually, no. This is the side I wove in some of my ends, or sewed in some of my ends. I got all the way up to here, and then I stopped because that's how big the blanket was at the time. And I also said, and this is for future Patrick, which is my name, or preferred name. Yeah. Let's think. Also, when I do finish this blanket, I'm going to finish on a row like this, but in the color green. So, let me think. The next row will be like this one right here. Like I call these hearts, when they're probably not. These green hearts will be next. And then a red V-stitch round will follow. And then this sequence, these hearts in white. And then this row right here, the green V-stitch row. That's what I'm going to end on, because I think that's what would look the best. I don't really like how white looks, and I don't really like how red looks. And then after I finish, I have a border book over there, and I am going to pick it up, and I'm going to find some sort of border, like a cool border that's Christmassy or whatever, and put it on this blanket. Okay. Oh, this is covering the yarn. There we go. The yarn was tangled around the blanket. This is my go-to project. Like I said probably earlier. I don't remember. I'm not tired. I just forgot what I was saying too. Lovely. If it comes back to me, I will say it or bring it up. Anyways, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are well or doing good. What else? Oh, I would like to ask you guys for suggestions for things I should make and sell when I do open the Etsy shop. Sometime in February, this coming February, I will open the shop and I'll make it and I will put my items on there. I just need to know what people might be interested in buying or what they might need, because I want to make sure what I make is conducive and appropriate for the season / time of year. Like, for example, December 2026, that Christmas. So not this upcoming Christmas, next Christmas. I will make Christmassy things, or whatever I currently sell. I'll make Christmas versions of it. Like limited edition Christmas things. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Yeah. And also, one thing I want to make sure you guys know that I will not be making is amigurumi / plushies. This is my personal opinion. I think chenille yarn is a little too expensive for me right now. Or it's just expensive in general because of the yarn weight and all the efforts the companies put into the yarn. Because I generally in the past used Bernat Blanket or this discontinued Loops and Threads yarn that was chenille. I don't remember the name. I don't remember. It's like it came to me for like a quick second and then it evaporated. I also have to work tomorrow. Boo. I don't want to work tomorrow because I am so tired and I don't know if I'll be able to muster up the strength to do it, because once I work a long time, and especially when it's busy or it was busy that day, I have like no energy and I just feel like a zombie. And it's like, thanks. I did get an email from a viewer asking me if I like any video games. I do. I mainly like Minecraft. I don't know if that you can picture that I like playing Minecraft, but yeah, I play it on my PlayStation. Or on the family PlayStation, technically. I thought I heard something for a second. I don't know. Might just be losing my mind. Or losing my marbles, whichever one you prefer. I thought I heard someone coughing, and I have like a really bad fear of like when people cough, gag, throw up. I probably should have said trigger warning, but sorry. I didn't think that went through completely. Hashtag ADHD. Or hashtag no filter. In terms of the filter on my mouth. Because I will, most of the time I will say what I'm thinking. Which is not the best if I have a negative opinion. Or something that might upset someone. Let's see, we've been hanging out for 37 minutes. Wow. I think what I will do is I will hang around for about 8 more minutes until it says 45 minutes. And then I'm going to call it. Because I need to do other things tonight. I haven't even eaten dinner yet. Holy moly. And as I was recording this, I got an email that I would like to read from, I don't remember what the email was or what it was from, but it was an email I needed to read. Yeah. Hopefully that'll be enough time to get another round started. I actually really like how I'm set up right now. I am at close to the bottom of my bed. You guys are propped up against a bag, like a tall bag that has stuff in it, at the top of my bed. This is a really good setup. Maybe I'll do this more. And my phone is plugged in, and that's part of the reason why this is the configuration I decided to do for this video. Okay. Which means I gotta pay attention more to the like little thing at the top of my screen that says how long I've been recording for, and we're about to hit 39 minutes, so I have about 6 more minutes I can do with you guys. Can't believe it took me almost 45 minutes to get almost done with the round. That's hilarious. And the reason why I say that is because I relate to Juan the Yarn Addict, and I'm going to mention his channel in the comments, or no, the description. There we go. Because him and I both, we talk, and we stop crocheting when we talk, especially when we get into a good conversation. Yeah. I have a hard time multitasking in terms of talking and crocheting at the same time. I mean, I can do it when it's like a conversation I'm not as interested in. But if it's conversation I'm super interested in or invested in, I will literally put down the hook. I have this much left of the round. 40 minutes. Okay, perfect. Okay. I just realized I haven't said anything for a little bit. Okay, 4 more minutes. The reason why I'm saying that out loud is so I can remind myself. I think I will be able to start the next round by the time I'm done. By the time this recording is going to be called a day. Okay. I'm about to switch colors too. Okay. I'm going to try to crochet over some of these tails a little bit so they get tucked in. I like to say they get tucked into bed, but call it what you will. They're tucked in right under here. Time for me to switch colors. Okay. And the next color is green. I think the yarn is wrapped around the skein. I'm going to have to unravel it. There we go. Here's another question for you guys. Do you guys prefer center pull, which is coming from the center of the skein, or do you prefer to, brain fart, I just lost my train of thought. Or do you prefer to, like, have the yarn come unwound from around the skein? Hope that makes sense. Okay. Getting close to there being 2 more minutes. Okay, where's the end? Hello? There we go. What I do for color changing is, for example, I'm doing a half double crochet join. So I yarn out. Here, I'll show you guys while I do it. I yarn over, go into the stitch, or chain for me at least, pull up a loop, and then I'm going to take my new color, which is going to be green. I put it on the hook, and I loop it through those 3 loops to make a half double crochet. There we go. And then, yes, I'm giving you guys a mini little lesson on how to change colors, like the way I do it. I go to the back where the previous color is. I hold it with the tail from the new color. Did I do this right? I have no idea. No, I did. Making sure it's long enough so I can weave it in. Then I take my scissors, and yes, I know there's like a minute left. And I snip right at the end, or close to it. And I tie my tails. I double knot it, just so they don't come undone. I just got another email. Holy cow. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'm going to try to do longer ones from here on out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.